Welcome back to the channel. Let's explore together. Today we're checking out Disney making The Little Mermaid black by LONGBEACHGRIFFY from 3 years ago. I guess this is when it was announced that the new Ariel would be a person of color, and I did not catch Griffy's take on this when the news broke. And this has been making its rounds again now that the first images of The Little Mermaid have come around and people have all sorts of different stuff to say. Make sure you've watched LONGBEACHGRIFFY's original skit before you watch this reaction to his skit, because I'm gonna pause and stuff, and this just, it's not the right way to watch something the first time, someone reacting to it, okay? All right, so let's get into this, and I'll give some of my thoughts on the controversy as we go.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey.
What was that?
Hey.
Okay.
I have the perfect idea. Okay, talk to me. Let's make The Little Mermaid black. Oh,
I like the lore.
My God.
The lore.
Why didn't you think of
The lore.
this sooner? Yes, but wait. Let's not just stop there. Let's make live action Snow White black. We'll call her Black Ice.
They got close, aren't they casting Snow White as a Latino girl or something? Which I always thought Snow White also had to do with the fact of, like, literally a reference to the color of her skin. And isn't it in, like, I don't remember where it is, but it's in a certain real life place in a specific period of time when there were literally 0 people from Latin America who had ever migrated there. So it would be an impossibility for her to be Latin American. I thought that was funny. As someone who is Latino, I thought that was pretty funny. And people are like, oh, it's just a made up story. Yeah, but it's a made up story in a real place in a real time period. So, you know, as far as The Little Mermaid's concerned though, all right, do I see it likely that deep under the sea, where there are humanoid fish creatures and no sunlight, that it would be likely that they would develop enough melanin to be black through evolution despite never seeing the sun? I don't find that likely. But maybe the Disney lore is that mermaids only exist because ancient humans and ancient fish humans boinked, and maybe that genealogy from islanders who are usually very dark-skinned, ask all the Latino brethren in my family, but not me. We don't know what happened to me. You know, that checks out. I say this rant because I always think about fantasy universes within their own rules. And within the rules of the Little Mermaid's fantasy universe, her being black, you can explain away. Fine. I don't have an issue with it. Now, the reason they do it, Disney, is more, you know, they want to check off representation boxes, which I think is gross. And if you wanted to do that, you know, natural redheads are less represented than black people anyway, and they're a lot more rare. It's a very rare genome to be white and redheaded naturally. Redheads don't have a lot of representation in general. They have it in cartoons because red's a good color in cartoons, so every girl's a redhead. But when it comes to live action, unless it's fake dyed hair, there aren't a lot of actual redhead people. I could think of one. What's her name? Ron Howard's daughter. I think she's naturally redheaded and she's been around. And then in the music scene, Ed Sheeran. And that's like all the redheads I can think of. But anyway, I don't care though. I don't care if you don't represent redheads or if you represent black people. Where I draw the line with all these Disney reboots is that they're crap. That's where my issue is. So everyone's like, Ariel can't be black. I don't care. You can fit it into the fantasy. Now, the Snow White being Latino, that's a little goofier. But the problem is that they're crap. Anyway, back to this.
That could work. And Sleeping Beauty can be a Mexican. She'll be sleeping through her deportation. That
oh no.
Could use a little work. And Peter Pan should be gay. And
I mean, Peter Pan already is pretty gay, so that checks out.
Asian. Really?
Asian? I mean, sure, it's Peter Pan, doesn't matter, but the movie will be crap. See, this is the problem we keep getting back to. Everyone who's concerned, it seems like every filmmaker or writer who is concerned with representation does not know how to write a story, and or how to execute something that's entertaining. That's where my red flags go off. As soon as I see a director, producer, or writer taking pride in representation, I'm worried. Not because I care about the representation, but because I know that those people, for some reason, can't make a good movie, and it sucks. Like, just. There's plenty of films with a lot of representation and shows with representation that are great. And you know what they have in common? They never talk about the fact that the inclusivity is not one of their selling points when they're pitching the show. It's just something that happens to be part of the thing. That's when it works. When it's like the foundation of what you're doing, oh no. Well, and even Disney's non-inclusive crap in these reboots has been terrible. The best of the reboots was Beauty and the Beast with auto-tuned Emma Watson. But the PTSD I'm experiencing right now from what Disney's doing to its IPs, Mulan! How did you make a woman empowerment movie like Mulan suddenly less empowering to women in a reboot? How are you that out of touch, Disney?
No, you dumb fuck. The Little Mermaid? Black?
Oh, well, that was a twist. He is not supporting this idea.
Look, I don't care that she's black. I just don't want her to be black. Leave these characters how they are.
Oh, okay. I was wondering where I was going with that. He's going with the don't change a character that's established. I get that. I don't care that much about it. But again, usually it's a red flag for me if we race or gender swap a character that's established, not because doing that's bad, but because the people who tend to do that are bad at writing stories with those characters.
Why? We need more representation. Fuck representation! If we want to give the public representation, we can create another original Black princess.
Yeah, you could, and not a throwaway one that you didn't even try on. I'm looking at you, Princess and the Frog.
For representation.
Well, Griffey took this a different direction than I would, but you know what? I'm enjoying it.
Fuck a black Little Mermaid? I don't think it's a bad idea. Exactly. You don't think. Ooh. You are pandering to black people, and they are eating that shit up. But welcome to 2019, where we exploit diversity for profit.
I mean, it's true. And I would let them get away with it and indulge them if the stuff they made wasn't so ass. Like, the inconsistencies, the plot holes, even freaking Obi-Wan Kenobi. I was like, oh, this show's gonna be great. And then I started seeing tweets before the show was out about like the freaking PC police about how black female characters needed to be represented, and that was an important part of the show. And I was like, oh no, is this show gonna be bad? Because usually good shows don't care about that. They just do it subtly. If they want inclusion, they include the people they want included and don't say anything about it aside from, look how talented these people are, and look, the world is multicultural, get over it. But when you make it a point, it's a red flag. And oh boy, was Obi-Wan Kenobi one of the worst things I've ever seen. That show was anus paste. So yeah, I'm not on the side of a lot of people that get super mad about just changing races as a concept. You know, race swapping, gender swapping characters as a concept doesn't necessarily bother me. But why I'm always weary of it is the people who do it don't know how to tell stories. Anyway, we're getting exasperated redheaded Karen Griffey as our thumbnail. If you've made it this far into my ranting, because this is a lot of ranting, God damn it, Streamlabs! Then I want you to tell me that you made it to Streamlabs being a stupid freaking loser. YouTube will block that comment, so say it nicer. In the thumbnail moment with redheaded Karen Griffey. I don't even remember how I started this paragraph. Let's finish this up.
No, not really. A black Little Mermaid. Black people can't even swim. They afraid of the ocean. They don't like water. Is she gonna have braids in her hair?
She does. She does have braids. And they're a weird shade of red. Like not red, just this weird. I don't understand it. Is she dyeing her hair down there, or just that's just the mermaid genome? Is red braids and dark skin? I don't know. It visually it seems like, again, the people in charge don't seem to care about anything except for the one thing they care about, which is diversity and inclusion, which is usually not a good thing to be your primary focus when telling a story or retelling a story.
Are her bundles gonna be waterproof? Not a bad idea. What? She gonna live in that nasty ass, dirty ass ocean by LA? Gonna trade in her voice so she could be a basic ass LA bitch, huh? So she could walk around LA with them big ass Fila shoes and a Fashion Nova outfit with a fanny pack around. Oh my God, bro. Come on, man. She gonna fall in love with a hood nigga from 40 Crip? No, thank you. Diversity.
Eye contact at the end. Well, I feel like Griffy and I could rant about this for a while. Griffy's stance seems to be a little different than mine, but we come down to the same conclusion. Right? Sometimes people get to the same conclusion for different reasons. Griffy gets there because he's like, no, make more black characters. Don't pander to me as a black person. I could respect it. I don't care about that part. I'm a broken record. I've said this. But I do care about the people who care about it. We've already said it. I'm not going to repeat myself for a 6,000th time. Until we explore again, let me know your comments below. Rant and rave and debate in the comments. And we'll see you next time.